Hey there, welcome to Apoor. This is Apoor from Memorial University of Newfoundland, Canada,
And this is Harnoor from Georgia State University in America.
and we are going to be doing a comparison of cost of living in the US versus cost of living in Canada. So, Harnoor, my first question is like, as you already know, that cost of living in the US is a little greater, but like, what is the actual reality, right? So, tell me about what is the average cost of living in the US as you've been living there for a while now. Tell me about
Yep.
that.
Yep. So I can tell you like a general costs of living in cities like New York, California, Atlanta that I have explored. So it could be like one bedroom, one bathroom with kitchen apartment could cost like $800 per entire apartment to
Mhm.
around $2,000 per entire apartment. And you can move like you can two people can live, three people can live, and they're gonna be like one bedroom in that apartment. And honestly, if you are trying to live like alone in on campus or off campus housing, for one person including utilities, it can cost as low as $300 to $400 per person to around $1,000 to $1,500 per person. So that could be at Georgia Tech, California State University, or University of California, Berkeley, or even Georgia State University. So this is like an average for the entire country.
All right. So that's amazing. That's amazing. So over here in Canada, as I'm living on campus, I have to pay around $2,000 for for one semester. So which is like 4 months. So I'm paying $500 pretty much every month. And let's say if you're living off campus, so you have to pay around $450. Like your rent might vary from 350 to 500, and then apart from that, you'll have your other expenses, which will cost somewhere around $100 per month. If you eat like a normal person. But yeah, if you eat like me, honestly, it'll cost around 200 to $3. I'm just kidding. I don't need that much. Yeah, so it would cost around $100. So the overall, expense for 1 month would be somewhere around $650, I guess. That would be like the maximum. So it's like that in Newfoundland. The numbers might vary with places, somewhat more in a city like Toronto or less in a city like St. John's.
So just like I said, $300 to $15 per person, depending on
Right.
where he is living or in which city or which apartment he chooses. Can you also give a range in Canada?
Yeah, totally. So over here, the rent can be like the average cost of living could be as low as $400 to 1,500 or $2,000. So that depends. So yeah, and it also depends upon where you are living, like the location of your city. If it's in a bigger, like in a more populated city, it could be little more. And if it's like in a less populated city, less a famous city, less popular city, it could be probably less. So that's how it works.
So that makes sense. So that pretty much shows that it's pretty much equivalent at both the places.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So the next question I want to ask you is how much do you pay living off campus?
So when I was living on campus, I was paying like $700, and the range was $700 to $1,000 per person per month. And when as I have moved to off-campus apartment, I am only paying $400, including utilities and including electricity bill, Wi-Fi bill, and everything. So it's huge difference. It's like
Right.
50% less that I'm paying. And after food expenses, it will be like $150 more. So off campus will be 550, on campus
Mhm.
will be 850. Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. So as I said, that I'm paying around $2,000 living on campus, but this might vary upon residence and resident like different kinds of residences. So it's around $2,000 for me. It might even be 800 to $1,000 more to for if you're living in a more luxurious residence. So that depends, and this is just the cost of living in the dorm, right? It doesn't include your meal plan. So for meal plan, you'll have to pay extra $2,600 in my university, which is a lot, and the food is shitty, so it's not totally worth it. Let's say if someone's living off campus, then you have to pay around $400 to $1,000. Which includes your like all the utilities, your accommodations, and for food you can of course like add up to $100 to $150 per month. So that is that.
Oh, wow, amazing.
So we have talked about how much the cost is, and like how does it vary living off campus or on campus. But tell me like the one main important question: how to reduce this cost?
Okay, so I have reduced it already. I'm living in a living room. I have actually shared rooms with different people as well. But living in a living room was a compensation. So I talked to my roommate that, hey, you can take the entire room. I will just stay in the living room. I will buy the partition and I'll have pretty much the same privacy. It's just the sound from the kitchen will be audible to me, but it was worth it. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
paying like way less. So my roommate, number one roommate is paying 500. I am paying 400 and other roommate is paying 600 because I'm sharing the bathroom with the number one roommate. So he's paying 500, I'm paying 400. So that was the
Right.
way I saved money. And the other way you can save money is by sharing a room. For example, let's say the apartment costs $2,000 per month for the bedroom for two bedroom two bathroom apartment, and like four people can live in that, and it will be like 2,000 divided by 4. So that way you will save a lot of money as well. And on the top of that, if you want to save expenses in terms of food, then you can cook your own food. And I'll say never eat frozen food, but you can pretty
Exactly.
much cook good Indian food easily, and it won't be that expensive here. It's just
Right.
gonna be like 150 to $200 per month of food expenses.
That's pretty amazing. The tip from me would be, I think you should live off campus because it's cheaper. And secondly, you can make your own food. So you'd save a lot of money making food, like cooking your own food rather than just going to a restaurant, spending so much money on that. Because over here, it's so expensive to have Indian food or like the food from your country if you're not from Canada or the US, right? Yeah, it's always better to save food. You wouldn't want to go to a restaurant just to have Indian food. It's really expensive over here. So you might want to not do that until unless you make bad Indian food. So what Harnoor just said is a really crucial piece of information. And of course, like that's totally valid for Canada as well. So you should definitely note that in. So I think that was pretty much it. And shoot us with the questions if you have any. Just shoot them down in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel because I don't have a lot of subscribers right now. I'm poor. No, I'm just kidding. If you like my content, just subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. It would put a huge smile on my face and on my good friend's face. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Uh-huh.